What's going on YouTube? JT is reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my Godzilla and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic book reviews. And in this video, we're going to be talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles X Godzilla issue number 4. So this one came out, like 2 weeks ago, so I'm playing some catch up on this now. I got basically 3 Godzilla comic books to cover. One of them came out last week. We're going to get the 2 that came out 2 weeks ago to catch up today in that regards. And I'll have one more, and then I'll be all set, hopefully, for a new comic book day. This is how it always seems to go. I catch up right before the new comic books drop, but, giving it a chance for people to read it and, try to avoid some spoilers and all that too. But this one's a lot of fun. This one is written by Tim Seeley with artwork by Faro Pei, colors by Luis Antonio Delgado, letters and design by Brian Kulick, editors Jake Williams and Nicholas Nino. So basically in this issue, we have some of the turtles that are kind of around. We have Mike, we have Raph, we have Leo and Splinter, and they're in Japan right now. Donatello went off somewhere, and they're trying to find him. Now, there's been a bit of a conflict going on between the brothers. They haven't been able to use their spirits abilities to kind of thwart the kaijus. They're kind of out of balance and out of sync with one another. So their ancient techniques, their mysticism in a way, hasn't exactly been working to its full extent because they're not really in balance and in tune with each other like they should be. Like Donatello has been kind of off doing his own thing. He's been out of sync with them, and there's been some tension brewing there. But there comes a point where they end up going down underground because somebody dies and gives them their Kaijutagen, and so they go to the Technodrome, and then they come across the newly fused Bebop and Rocksteady. Although they don't call them that, they have Gigbop, which is the combination of Bebop and Gigan, and then Rockstroyah, which is Rocksteady and Destoroyah fused together. So they're using the Kaijutagen to kind of make themselves bigger into giant monsters. So we also have Krang, who kind of fused with Ghidorah to face off against Godzilla. It's a pretty even matchup right there. Godzilla blasts him with his atomic breath, and the Toxics do end up doing some damage to Godzilla by the end of the issue. And the Turtles realize they're outmatched. They can't exactly use the same techniques they had beforehand, and so they take some of the Kaijutagen and kind of use it on themselves. And look at this combination right here. Just think about this. Who would have thought that you would ever see a combination of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fused with Godzilla characters? It's pretty insane. We have Leo fused with Godzilla, Raph is fused with Rodan, and Michelangelo is fused with Ghidorah, which is just look at that. Just look at that. That's so fucking cool and crazy and all that other stuff. But yeah, they start to fuse and get into their battles and all that too. It's a pretty cool excuse to have them fight, but they're not meant to kind of be in this state for too long. It has an effect on them. That's when we get another fusion. That's right. April O'Neil has fused to become like the avatar of Mothra. And I can only imagine with that design, April O'Neil fused with Mothra, that we're going to get some really weird fan fiction out of this at some point in the future. Just the darker side of the internet, folks. But yeah, Godzilla's there. Krang uses the Toxics to kind of blind him, but then Donatello comes in. Now he didn't take the Kaijutagen, he instead kind of incorporated himself into Jet Jaguar. So yes, we have Jet Jaguar as basically his sort of avatar to fight off against Krang. Krang is kind of defeated basically, and Godzilla's kind of blinded from the instant and has to kind of go off on his own. And then with Bebop and Rocksteady shrunk down to their normal size again, they kind of get their asses whipped. But they're like, oh, you're going to be normal again now, April? Nope, Godzilla needs help because Godzilla's going to return to Odo Island. But unfortunately for him, we now have Mecha Shredder. That's right. Giant Mecha Godzilla-sized Shredder is going to go toe-to-toe with Godzilla, which is insane, but also really awesome here too. So I love this issue as a fan of both IPs, just to see these crazy-ass combinations. It's fun. I mean, you're never going to get these really in the movies. At least I think so. Although that would be a $1 billion movie easily if you had the Turtles fused with Godzilla in this way. $1 billion easily, without question. It's just some really cool, fun stuff right here. And if you're a fan of both IPs and the usage of the Turtles, it's nice to see them bumped up to kaiju size. And now it was only temporary. And I'm sure what we're going to see is the Turtles have to go to Odo Island, kind of find a means to make peace with Godzilla and Donatello and all that. And ultimately, using their mystic art skills, they're going to help. I'm assuming this is my theory. They're going to have to help Godzilla stop Shredder and then ultimately kind of go back in peace. And it'll maybe be like the ending of Final Wars in a way where you had kind of the humans and Godzilla kind of make peace with one another, which I do think is kind of a perfect end to to end an era of Godzilla where humanity and Godzilla are now at ease with one another. So I assume something like that, but utilizing the Turtles kind of mysticism and all that incorporated in that way. So artwork is pretty cool. Some crazy fun combinations. And if you like both IPs like I do, then you'll have a lot of fun with this one. So yeah, big thumbs up for me. I'm really enjoying this series. I'm kind of kicking myself for not getting to it sooner, but you know what, as long as I get to it at some point and just kind of talk about why I think this is amazing, then everything's all good. So, but anyways, if you read the issue, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content, hit the bell for notifications, other fun stuff. I'll be back again because I got to catch up on the Kaisei era stuff, and then we should be all set. All right, well, that's all I have to say. As always, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.